Hey you guys, I wanted to come on and do a video. Often the messages I get privately are different things like, hey, I'm struggling with this, or I've done these tools and I'm not really finding the relief. What are your thoughts on X, Y, and Z? And I'm really passionate. Being treated for CPTSD after I went through a period of time on the farm, and also having to face my abandonment issues, being adopted out of foster care. These are very primal things, right? And if we do not go to the root cause healing, we continue to get triggered in our life. And you think that the current situation is the thing, but you're just getting re-triggered, feeling those feelings back there, and it's bringing it to the forefront. And when we don't have the proper tools or we're stuck, it's hard to really look at that and go there, right? But that's where our freedom, our pathway inside to finally feel relief and joy and love and completeness inside of ourselves. So a lot of people do hear me talking about Dr. John and different things like ascension and whatnot. And some people are aware of it, some people are not. So I wanted to come on and do a brief description on it. So this is kind of the scale. It's backwards. Story of my life. So if you guys can read, anyways, so the levels, so really far down here is shame, then guilt, then apathy, then grief, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, courage, neutrality, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, enlightenment, right? And so our goal is to keep addressing these lower feelings so that we can then move up the scale, because up here feels really good. Down here feels like shit, okay? And what happens when we're not addressing the root cause? We get triggered and we drop down. So say somebody with PTSD or CPTSD or childhood stuff, right? If we get triggered, we are dropping way the heck down here, right? So say you're stuck in fear because of stuff that's happened in the past. You have to then, we all know how these feel, right? You have to then use the tools you have and then move up the scale, right? Because when you learn to move up the scale and face these past traumas, when you get triggered, you don't plummet, right? So when I get triggered, I'm going to plummet, but I'm quickly going to bounce back, or I'm not going to drop as far, okay? So that is a good thing for our lives, our relationships, our families, our future, right?
And remember, children, you don't want to let your families down, or else you'll be sad.
Yeah. But the real goal is to not let yourself down, right? And we do not get well in the place that made us sick. A lot of us get stuck in the environments that actually had a hand in making us traumatized or sick or whatnot. And you can't get well in the environment around the people that had a hand in making you sick. You can forgive, but you have to find your pathways to freedom inward, but also externally. So the more work you do, and reach out to me. I mean, there's a lot of tools that can address the root cause to help you when you're stuck down here, to help you move up here so that you can find love for yourself and feel these emotions of joy and peace, right? Acceptance, you know? And if we don't face this, we just sit here in cycles, and it doesn't matter the relationships, the place, the people, you will change everything external, and nothing's going to be the answer until you do the work and say, you know what? I have work to do, right? And then the people in your life, if they're not supportive or showing up, then you know that's not a vibrational match. So I wanted you to show that we do weekly calls. If you're still with me, this is a long video. We do weekly calls. Wednesdays at 1 with Dr. John. And he also does the ascension. He used to come up to the mountains and work with monks and do like 13-day ascension. And the monks have really high consciousness. So there are tools out there that can help you get out of being stuck, move up the ascension consciousness scale so that you can have feelings of connectiveness and vulnerability and love and joy. But it starts with acknowledging, doing the work, finding love for ourselves, because we can only meet someone as deeply as we've met them. And then we will stop the depth of these cycles and these loops. My loops used to be like 4 or 5 days. I would be in darkness for 4 and 5 days, right? Now it's a couple hours. And I could do my tools and pull myself up, because I know that as long as I'm giving myself the vibration of love and feeling good and whole, I'm already full, and everything else is bonus. So I'm not looking to fill those gaps. So if you're interested in talking to me or asking about tools or joining this ascension call or connecting with Dr. John, and you want to learn about other tools and you want to feel better and have the life that you know you deserve and that you're dreaming of, let me know. Hope this helps somebody out there. Blessings. I know it's tough and I know it's hard. At my lowest point, I was down here, apathy, and I almost left this planet. So if I can do it, you can do it too. Keep going. Much love.